Thank you guys for watching. I'm Hans and this is my channel. Today we're going to be talking about video lights, and I've got a couple of samples of some LED video lights like the ones I'm using on my set here that are kind of giving me the ambiance I'm looking for, and that is what we're talking about today. Let's go! So this is going to kind of be a shootout. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the ones I'm using now, which are the newer ones. And then I found another company that makes something that looks very similar. Very similar if you look at these side by side. And I'm going to tell you which one I like better. First of all, I'm going to start off with the ones that I'm using. And I am a little bit biased, so I don't want to weight this one way or the other. So I really am giving these a fair shakedown. The newer ones that I bought 3 of them that don't come with any stand. It just comes with the 3 lights with this U bracket, so it's got the mount and everything that you need for the stand. All of this stuff is included, it's all on there, and you get a power cord that you can plug it in. So the only thing you're really missing versus this is this one came with 2 stands. This one came with 3 lights. Seems like a better value to me because those stands are really inexpensive, and I personally have a whole bunch of them laying around from years of doing this, so I didn't really need any extra ones. Plus, a lot of the stuff that I have in this room is screwed to the wall or the ceiling or the wall over here. I bought these little mounts that you can get that you just screw right in, mount the light to it. My room's pretty small, so I wanted to try to keep the lights as far away as I could. That way got a little more room to, you know, whatever. Anyway, this is pretty cool. There's no LED lights on the back of this one. This one actually has an LED. So let's run through the specs on this. This one has 480 lights in here. So you can see there's a substantial amount of LEDs. So it's 240 whites and 240 of the kind of yellow warm tones. They are pretty true. I do like this U bracket. It's very sturdy, very strong, really thick. It's got aluminum tensioners, tighteners that you have right here. So let me run through. Let me make sure I don't forget anything. So dimmable temperature goes from 32 to 56K, 3,360 lumens. One of the nice things I really like about this is that it works with these little Sony batteries. Everybody's got these laying around. They work with a lot of different things. It's just basically an NP battery. You could search this online just about anywhere. Sony makes them, but there's a ton of other companies that make them. You can put 2 in here so you get extra life. I've never worn one out, and I don't really, you know, usually I turn my lights on to set everything up. I'll turn them off until we're ready to shoot, and then when we shoot, turn them back on. I don't really wear the batteries out. So it does come with this diffuser. Now let's get into the Folsom. It's F-O-S-I-T-A-N, Folsom. I don't know how to say things. I can't pronounce anything right. So if I said it wrong, leave me alone. Here is the same light pretty much, except for on the back of this one, it has a little LED screen here. So let's put that battery on. We'll turn this one on so you guys can see it. So there's a little switch here. Flip that on. Whoa. It's showing you the temperature of the light and how bright it is. So I'm going to turn it down, but we can go much cooler that way. I think it goes to 5,600 on the cool side and 32 on the warm side. And then you have your brightness. But you can see in this light, maybe if I turn it down and don't blow you guys out, but you can see there's far less lights in here. Let's take this little screen off. And this is the other thing. It's just, they don't feel quite as well built as this. The aluminum here is a little thinner. You got plastic tensioners on the side here. Really the big thing that they're selling on this is this LED screen. Is it worth the LED screen? I don't know. I'm going to say no. This part here is plastic, where on this one it's aluminum. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's going to break, but it could potentially strip out a little bit easier because it is plastic. Let's go ahead and run through the details on this. Let's look at these side by side first of all. Look at the amount of LEDs. Let's not mix these up. This one's this one. This is the newer. So you can see the amount of LEDs is substantially more in the newer. And they're also like more like a bulb, where these ones are just kind of those flat LED, I don't know what you call those, but these are more like a bulb. But I think because this one has got so many more bulbs, you're going to get more of an even spread on the light versus this one. I have used both of them. I do like both of them, but for the price, I don't know. This one comes in at $141 for 2 with 2 stands. Those stands are actually coming in at a pretty high value. You might want to look at just buying. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. Well, you guys figure that out on your own. This one has 200 lights total. So you have 100 that are the whites and you have 100 that are the yellow. So that's spreading out. So these ones have the 240, so you have 120 and 120 on this one. This one is even 200. And man, I tell you, it looks like a lot more than that when you look at the difference between that one and that one. So this one has the dual batteries, 15 watts of power. The lumens on this one, they actually are saying are higher. So maybe these are brighter LEDs. I'm not really sure, but they're saying it's 3,660, where this one was 3,360. These guys are claiming that these are brighter. I'm going to go ahead and shine these things right in my eyeballs, and I'm going to test them, and we'll figure out whichever one burns out my retina first wins. Okay, so here we go. So the output on this is 12 volts. This one also came with a battery cord. So $141.99 for 2 of these and 2 stands. And it does come with the diffuser. This one comes in at $129 for 3 lights, no stands. So again, I think that this is a better value. I like the feel of this one a little bit better. It doesn't have that LED on the back, but I don't know. Do you need that? Can you kind of just twist the knobs until you get your light the way you want it? I guess if you had to have the light the same consistently, like every single time you shot a certain job or something, that might come in very helpful. But this one also has little indicators on these knobs, so if you kind of set it where you wanted, took a picture of it, you could always put it right back where it was. I guess that's going to be personal choice. I do like the feel of these, and these are the ones I'm using in here. I bought these ones because I was thinking that they were going to be cheaper and maybe a little bit better light, but that is yet to be determined. So let's go ahead and turn these things on and try to fry my eyeballs. So the goal in this video for me is to not be able to see after we're done. I don't want to be able to see anything. I'm kidding. So we got this thing powered on. I'm going to just leave it at 32. So this is 50%. I'm going to point these both in the same direction. We'll see if we can tell a difference. This is 100%. And then we're at 32 now, so let's go ahead and put this on the super cold. So now we're at 56. Sorry, I'm going to say this right. 5600K. Now we're at 3200K. Again, we're at 100%. Let's go 50% and 25%. And 2%. So it actually has a really good range. That's 1% right there. So you can kind of see the lights in there. That is 1%. Now let's go ahead and try this on the other one. Do the same kind of test. We'll turn this one on. Okay, so we're gonna go 50%. This is gonna be the cool light, sorry, the warm light. This is the yellow light. And then 100% right there. Let's put this, to keep this fair. This is not a fair comparison. Let's put that on there. There we go. So this is 100% right there on the warm side. And then on the cool side, we're going to go ahead and go 100% there. And then let's take that and drop it down to 50%. And then you can also mix these, which is kind of cool. You can do that on this one too, but actually, yeah, you can. But you can mix these so you have a little bit of warm, a little bit of cool. So if it's too cold, you can warm it up just a little bit, or you can warm it up a lot, or you can turn that down and make it super warm, only warm. That's very cool. So we're going to go warm at 50%, warm at 100%, warm at 1%. Let's see if we can get it to do 1%. It doesn't look like it's going to do it. There. Warm at 1%. So these ones do get a little dimmer. I can actually see the lights through there a little bit better. Now let's do the cool at 1%. So that's cool at 1%. That's cool at 50%. And that's cool at 100%. And it's so cool. I don't know why I say stuff. I needed to stop talking. They do both come with these carrying cases. This one, the newer one, when I call it newer, that's actually the name of it. It's called newer. But it's got a power cord, and you just set that guy in there just like that. Newer. And then this one, I feel like this was like just a last ditch effort that they tried to find a bag that would fit this, and maybe this was made for something else because it's kind of big in here. Like there's lots of room to squish it around, so I don't feel like they made that bag for that. Not that they need to, because that will work just fine. I just feel like this was a little bit more finished in their presentation. If I was going to carry one of these things around, I'm not really sure which one I like the best right now. I do like that this one has that LED screen on the back, but do I need it? I don't know. The newer ones feel like they're going to be more durable, more rugged. They're going to last a little bit longer. And these ones aren't bad at all. I mean, it's just that you've got these plastic pieces here, and you can just, maybe that's what it is too. It just kind of sounds a little bit more rickety. I don't know if that's the word. This one does come with two 79-inch stands. In their description, they made a really good point to keep pointing out that they had a 79-inch stand. All stands are 79 inches, so I don't know why they were so hip on that. But maybe these are brighter because these are the bulbs and these are just those flat LED, I don't know what they're called, those little flat things that are still a light. Last look, let's do a quick overview. Let's take this off. Oh, get it off. Get it. Oh, I win. Oh yeah. Yeah, come out of there. So last look here. Let's look at these. This one is the Fosston. This is the Fosston light, and this one is 200, which is 100 cool, 100 warm lights. This is the newer, and this one has a different kind of panel, and they're a little bit more spread out. When we do turn these on, they do look a little bit more like an individual light, whereas these ones kind of look more spread out. Maybe it's because they're not the bulbs. They're the LED kind of flat things like you would find in an LED strip. And these are more of the bulbs. Now, I'm not really sure how that works, but let me just give you guys a close-up of the back of these things as well. So this might look like a light panel to you. It's like some kind of digital thing. It's actually not. It's just printed on the back of the light. You've got your power source right here, and the switch will go towards the battery or towards the power, whichever way. So you can't accidentally turn it on with the battery in it and blow the thing up. And it does come with 2 slots. And then this one also comes with 2 slots. It's got the LED. Only to be fair here, let's go ahead and turn this one on. Same thing, so you put it towards the battery and it's going to go ahead and turn it on that way. And then you have your brightness, and then this is going to be what color you're actually shooting out. So you can see here when I change that color, going from very warm to very cool, those little lights just change. It is a little bit interesting how they have that set up and why this one, even though it has less lights, is getting more lumens. So we have the newer, and then we have the Folsom. We have the newer and the Folsom lights. And so which one is better in my opinion? I'm going to say because of the money and the construction and those things, and that I don't feel like I need that LED light, I am going to say that the newer light is a little bit better. And I do like that they are a little bit softer. When you're shooting video, or actually when I'm shooting myself doing video, the worst thing in the world is to have a bright light that's super like hard to look at, just blasting in your face. These ones are nice and cool. They're pretty even light. So I'm going to go ahead and say that these newer lights are actually a little bit better. And I do like them quite a little bit. I also do like these quite a little bit too, but I might just take these with me on the road and I can use these ones to kind of beat them up a little bit, not worry about it. So I have these ones in my studio, and then I have 2 of these that I bought just to test out. But like I said, if I have to go on a quick shoot, I'll just throw those in my bag. They do have 2 79-inch tall stands. 79 inches, you guys. So don't forget about that. For $141.99, you can get 2 of those lights with the 2 stands. For $129, you can get 3 of these lights with no stands. It's up to you. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like one or the other, if you guys have one of these yourselves, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. I hope this video was helpful and that it helped you out. If you had a question or something, you guys are thinking about buying these, hopefully I was able to answer a question. If you have questions, ask me. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you feel like you want to, and you will see me in the next video.